What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a tap into your soul for the sign of Gemini. Okay, Gemini, you guys were third last week on the zodiac lineup. Okay, hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. Um, Quick little updates. There is no energy shout out this week. Okay. You guys actually already have an energy shout out. If you go on my playlist and actually look on my channel and look up energy shout out, you already have one there. Okay. So refer to that if you need any additional messages. There's some for you there. You'll find a crystal of assistance, a daily message, and your energy currently. Okay. Now, it may resonate with you or you may get some lessons. Either way, it's good information. Okay. You can also go to the monthly manifestation for the month of July. I will be working today to get the August monthly manifestation up. Okay, that is for the collective. Okay, it's not for any particular sign, but you can get some additional information on the moon cycles for the following month, on top of some other messages. Okay, it's basically to help cleanse your energy, to help motivate you in any type of goals that you may be trying to acquire right now, whether it be material or spiritual. Okay, and so I do those on a monthly basis before every new moon. Okay, so you can get some new information. You can get some information from there. Also, some lessons and gems. All right. I'll be cleaning up my playlist during my time off. I will not be doing any readings next week. Okay, it's to help cleanse the energy going into the following month. Okay, and your girl needs a break because I'm tired. As you can see, I've been breaking up the readings for this last week pretty frequently, trying to adjust to a hybrid kind of work life. Okay, so that being said, sorry y'all, I'm like biting my lip. That being said, we're going to go ahead and get into y'all's reading. If you want, you can pull out some pen and paper so you can kind of interpret these touch drawings yourself if you're not familiar with the Tap Into Your Souls. We only use one deck here, the Soul Cards 2 deck by Deborah Koff Chapman. There's 3 placements we're going to review. We're going to do your past, your present, and then one energetically from the middle in regards to your future. Okay, your future energy. This one is really where I'm focusing on the most, so we're going with this one. Okay, we'll look at the bottom of the deck for your overall outcome energy. Okay, what you can do is you can honestly write down the answer to each question, okay, for each placement. Okay, honestly write how you feel as you're looking at the touch drawings. All right, there's no book with this. This is an intuitive read. Okay, so as you're looking at them, you can write down your own interpretation. Feel free to let me know if my interpretation matches with yours. Okay, you can also write down what you would like your overall outcome to be depending upon the situation you're currently in. Okay, so it's kind of like a little, therapy session here, if you will. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The one card from the top is in reference to your past energy. Okay, what held you back in the past? Okay, what has held you back in the past? Okay, this card, I'll hold it here for a minute. You can pause here and write down the answer to your question or how this card makes you feel as you're thinking about that question. Okay, This card has popped up a couple of times in different placements, mostly between the present and past placement. Okay. Those particular signs I can't think of right now at this time, but usually they're kind of correlated with each other in reference to people's birth charts more so than anything. Um, I'm not going to associate it, I don't associate it with another person when it comes to the Tap Into Your Soul readings, okay? What held you back in the past, or what possibly held you back in the past, Gemini, is kind of you were searching for something, okay? Possibly searching for something that didn't or was not ready to be found, okay? It depends on what that is for you. It could be a person, it could be a thing, okay, of some sort. It could have been a job, whatever the case may be. It was something that you were focusing on too intently, okay? That wasn't, like I said, was not ready to be found just yet, okay? You were possibly searching for something to match your energy, okay? If it was a person, you were possibly being a little bit too picky in a sense, okay? Possibly Geminis. In my videos in relation to I think the intimacy readings that I used to do, which are still available on my channel, and in some of the readings associated with love of some sort, I mentioned relationship pie, okay? This is for a select few of you, okay? But I talk about a relationship pie. That relationship pie consists of the main attributes that are important to you in a relationship. Primarily, I break them down as emotional, mental, and physical. You can also add financial in there if finances are important to you, okay? I do not have financial in my relationship pie, okay? I primarily, if I do, it's like maybe like 20%, like 10 or 20% of my relationship pie built out of 100, okay? So, because for me, I'm not looking for someone to take care of me, but I am looking for someone that is responsible when it comes to their finances. That is important to me, but it's not so much of a deal breaker in my opinion, because I can tell by how I'm with someone, I pay attention to them if they're responsible as far as money wise goes, okay? So nonetheless, you have possibly made like a very extensive list of things that you want your person to have, okay? You're looking for a person that dresses good, uh, likes food, whatever the case may be on your list, but it's too long. It's like a Santa's list worth of stuff, okay, that you want, okay? It's in the past, you just had too much of a long list. It's possibly time for you to condense that list down, okay? And we might be jumping ahead, but it's something that needs to be said now, okay? You need to minimize and comprise that list of something shorter, okay? Break your relationship pie down of what's important to you, okay? Emotional, mental, and physical, okay? And like I said, if financial is really that important to you, add that on there too, okay? You have those columns. Underneath each one of those columns, put exactly what it is that associates with that particular topic, okay? So emotional is how they make you feel, okay? If they're secure within themselves, things of that nature, okay? Mental is, can you have intellectual conversation, okay? What their likes are in reference to interest and things of that nature, okay? Physical, as you know, sex, okay? Sex is definitely in there, okay? But there's other things outside of sex that are associated with physical, okay? Such as if they like to exercise, do they take care of themselves as far as fitness and eating well? Do they like going out? intimacy wise, as far as like PDA, things of that nature, that can be stuck under physical. Okay. And so once you see everything that you like up underneath those categories that are important to you, guesstimate how much of a percentage that is, okay, for you. Okay. So like for me, for instance, my relationship pie, if based on 3, which has changed a lot but not by much, physical is not that much important to me. Okay. Physical is about maybe 10, I think 10 to 20% for me. My emotional and mental are the same. I think I've had them set at about 40 a piece. That's 80. So 20 for physical, 20% in my relationship pie is important to me. Physical meaning quality time. Of course, you got to be, sex is definitely in there. We ain't gonna go there right now, but I'm just saying. Okay, 20% PDA, all of that, right? Emotional, mental is more important to me in my relationship pie. What is more important to you? Okay, not all the tiny little attributes that you want this person to have, like they got to be tall, they got to be this, they got to be that. It's like this is not build a man, this is not build a woman. Okay. We're not there yet. Okay. And you can list all those things down, but you keep finding or getting something that's not what you want. Okay. You're missing the big point or big pictures within who you're looking for. Okay. Like part of mine mentally is they need to be trauma and toxic and karmic free. Okay. And that's just me personally. All right. Something that I did not used to ask for. That comes with age, that comes with experience in dating. Okay. And when you come across someone who does not have all that emotional baggage on them, it is very refreshing. Okay. So that is just a small summary of relationship pie. Okay. I keep saying I'm going to do like a food for thought for it, so we can kind of attack it in a full video. And I just have not done it yet because I've been too busy trying to focus on readings, okay, and working. But nonetheless, that kind of explains your past. Okay. I didn't mean to go too long into it, but this is obviously something that's very important when it comes to Gemini. Okay. And so you've just been pretty much looking for love in all the wrong places. Okay. And that's possibly what happened with your past. That's what held you back in the past. You were focusing too much on that when there was other things that you possibly needed to focus on. Okay. That came up in someone else's reading. I just cannot remember whose it is. Okay. It was another sign, maybe about a week to 2 weeks ago. And I think I suggested the song Fell Out of Paradise. So it's almost like the energy is repeating. So it's possible that that particular sign is in your birth chart. Okay. So Paradise by Chris Brown. Okay. Because he says something in the song about looking for love in all the wrong places in that song. Okay. And so I'd like to reference that. If y'all just saw me like hit my hand, it's been catching gnat bodies all week. Okay. Because I open the door, they fly up in here. Okay. So I've been catching bodies like all week with these goddamn gnats. All right. Now back to your reading. We have the present. Let's get into your present. Okay. What continues to hold you back presently, Gemini? What continues to hold you back presently? Okay. Beautiful card here. Beautiful imagery. Take a minute to look at this card and answer that question for yourself. What continues to hold you back? Okay. You have these leaves up underneath here. Okay. You have all this purple and white. Okay. Sorry about the glare. it's this feeling of covering, okay? Automatically, I feel this energy of the feeling of, wanting to be lovey-dovey comes kind of in the fall for everybody, labeled as cuffing season, if you will, okay? Geminis, you possibly only get into this vibe when fall comes. Summertime, you in these streets, okay? Just straight out in these streets, okay? Not really looking for, you're looking for like maybe a summertime fling, something like that, okay? But something about the fall brings the desire of, cuddling, things like that. You kind of want it when you want it. It's only during a season, okay? This is what I'm feeling when I see this card, okay? When it's that time of the year, you're wanting to be closed in, you're wanting to hibernate and, really vibe with someone. But when it's summer, spring, it's like done by that time, okay? So it's like, sorry to say it, but it's like seasonal love, okay? And it almost is kind of associated with when your birth month is, okay? You guys are literally on the cusp of spring going into summer. Y'all are like summer babies, okay? And so maybe that's why it kind of happens in that way, okay? Definitely, if you have not, check out your birth chart and see what sign is associated with like love and relationships and possibly with home, okay? And see what sign and then compare the traits of that sign within that placement of your birth chart, okay? So that's what I feel like is kind of holding you back presently, is that you're only wanting that type of love seasonally. Your love is seasonal, okay? Or, and I feel like this is mostly around love. This week has been nothing but love in your readings, okay? This week, Gemini, it's been about love for you guys, a particular relationship, okay? And so, like I said, I think I don't know if you've been doing this or possibly do this every season with someone, okay, where it's someone different all the time, okay, but it's only seasonal. You have your free time in the summer, and then you're looking for a relationship by fall, okay. Um, and it could also be this feeling, I feel, of kind of rushing to get into a relationship with someone by that time, like whoever you're with currently, okay. It doesn't have to be like present current, but just currently, you're trying to see if this person is able to carry over into the fall, is what it feels like. And whether or not they make the cut into the following year, it's like you review them by the time spring comes of whether or not if they're, keepable or not, okay? Or if they're not keepable, if it's not about them being keepable, it's about you wanting to be by yourself again come the spring, summertime, okay? So it's time to figure out what it is that you want in this life when it comes to a relationship. Do you want a permanent relationship, or do you just want to be kind of free to yourself, okay? You kind of give this vibe of a free spirit, if you will, okay? And you have to you're looking for that divine counterpart. And that's I've touched base on that in Gemini's reading this week. Look at your dream catcher read if you have not seen it yet, Geminis. that may explain a little bit more. I talk more about your sign in the dream catcher read, okay? So kind of refer to that. I don't want to go too deep into it now because we're already at 20 minutes in your reading now, okay? So just refer to that, okay? So I hope that kind of answered what possibly is continuing to hold you back now, okay? Let's get into the future placement in reference to how will you change your future? How will you change your future? And we kind of talked about that a little bit, okay? Another card that has been coming up a lot lately or since I've been doing these readings, okay? It's made a debut a couple of times. Came out last week, I believe in Libra, okay? But we have this kind of like open-mouthed moon, if you will, over the mountains, okay? And there's almost like, it looks like a flower or it could be an explosion here, okay? I feel as though, make sure you write down exactly what it is that you feel when you're looking at this card. I feel as though, Geminis, you're going to get to a point how you can change your future is to let people know what it is that you want up front from them, okay? No more hiding it, no more having any type of ill intentions, okay? Because when you're talking with someone and you're not telling them exactly what it is that you want up front and you surprise them with this isn't going to work type of vibe, when you're not feeling them anymore, you're really hurting someone. You're causing trauma, okay, with someone else, because especially if they end up falling for you, okay? And sometimes that is what ends up happening, okay? We kind of don't consider that when we're in a relationship with someone, that, if you're not completely honest and upfront to give the person an actual chance to decide whether or not they want to keep dealing with you or keep dating you, and you shock them after they've fallen in love with you, it is a shock to the system. It creates trauma. They wonder if, what did they do wrong? How could they have done better? It also possibly causes that person to try to fight for you and ask, well, can we just be friends? Can we continue to be friends? Just trying to keep that attachment, okay? You cause an addiction within someone, okay? When you do that, all right? And so to avoid doing that to someone and then they pass that trauma on to someone else, which causes toxic energy to ripple forward in their lives, okay? It's best to be upfront and honest with them, okay? Don't make them feel or lead them on to a sense of them thinking that there's a possibility of a relationship, okay? For example, if someone comes to you, and you can tell there's flirty vibes, you have to look at people's body language. If they're giving you bodily vibes and batty eyes or whatever they're doing, okay, licking lips and stuff like that, okay, whatever people do to flirt, all right, they're doing that with you and they're like, oh, we should get lunch sometime, or you should let me take you to dinner, or whatever the case may be. If in that moment someone's saying that to you and you don't want to have anything romantic with them, you either have the choice as a person, as an individual, as a human being to come out and say, no, thanks, I'm not really interested, or sure, on a friendship level, right? Confirm with someone face value right then and there, okay? If you're in a relationship, you might, before you say it, if they say, oh no, I was thinking about more so like a date, if they confirm and say it's more like a date type vibe, you would have to tell them, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that with you, I'm in something, if you're, if that be the case, okay? That way you can stop the possible toxic energy from forming in the first place, okay? So you have to make things perfectly clear to people, because if people have their own intentions, okay, when they're communicating with you, that needs to be said, that and not just sprung on people, okay? Communication is the biggest thing that messes up a lot of people. Okay, it causes miscommunication is everywhere, in relationships, in friendships, with jobs. It's everywhere. Okay, so to avoid that, it's best to make things clear from the jump. Okay, if you just want to be friends with someone in the future, you need to start saying, I just want to start off as a friend level. Okay, don't start treating someone as if you're wanting to be in a relationship with them if you know for a fact after about 6 months you're not going to deal with them. Okay. So to avoid that, and you see them more as a friend, you need to say, hey, we can hang together as friends, but that's all that I can do with you. Okay, that's fair. That's fair to them. That saves you from, trying to figure out how to say it, when to say it. It saves a lot of heartache, okay, on both ends. Okay, so that's how you change things for your future. Okay, it's to be more upfront with people and to allow people to have the chance to decide if they want that type of vibe or not. Okay, now that being said, let's see what your overall outcome is. You guys are starting to go into super extended. This wraps up your reading to see what your overall energy is. Okay, this is the overall outcome, okay, of your situation. Okay, you have this card has come out more so in the spread than as a final outcome. Okay, but this is good. So you see this mask is like flown off, okay, leaving from this person, and there's like this eye here that always makes me feel like there's like so many different images in this card. It's like almost like a hawk's eye or something like that. And then you have this mask, and then you have this person here. Okay, so finally, I feel with this overall outcome, Geminis, you will allow people to see you for who you are. Okay, and they can either take it or they can leave. Okay, this persona that you've been having, or whatever it is that you've been covering, okay, up is going to come off, and you're going to reach a level of maturity that people will have to either respect or walk away. Okay, but it's time to be seen for who you truly are. Okay, it's a phase out of your life that again needs to kind of dissipate. Okay, and so maybe that's what you've been in, is this phase, because you've been possibly scared to connect with someone on a different level, on a more intimate level. Okay, where it's better not to get too close to someone because of something that happened in your past. Okay, possibly this mask is the mask of the past. Okay, of heartache that you went through. Maybe the thing that you're doing to other people, where it's a seasonal love, is something that was done to you before. Okay, again, toxic energy ripples and carries on to other people. Yeah, I've done it. Okay, I've been a savage before because someone cheated on me, and it only made me feel worse because I ended up being someone that I knew I wasn't. Okay, and so that's the worst pain ever. Okay, not only did I feel bad, and the crazy thing is, when they asked me if I cheated, I didn't lie. I said yes because they cheated on me. And so it was a tit for tat type thing. Okay, I didn't feel good about it. And the sad thing about it was, I cheated. It wasn't worth it. It was trash. Then, you know what I'm saying? Then I had to deal with the fact that I became someone that I knew I wasn't. Okay, at the same time. So it was like all of those things rippled on me. And so I had my phase of savagery. I've been there, done that. And I knew that wasn't the life for me. Okay, and so you have to come to that realization for yourself as well, to not come out of your own character based off of what someone has done to you. Okay, and so again, like I said, it passes on to other people, and then it causes a ripple effect. Then that person will then do it to someone else for however long. They could do it for like at least 3 relationships before they finally let go. Okay, so, or it ends up going bad where, you can't control that reaction of someone else. It could go south, you doing something like that to someone. Okay, so To avoid that from happening, it's best to now let that phase leave from you. Really figure out what it is that you want when it comes to relationships. This feels like the going theme for you guys this week is about relationships, about nothing else but love. That's all that's been on your minds, Gemini, I think since last month, okay, with readings. So again, it's time for you to and possibly go back and look at some of your past readings as well. But I really want you to focus on that energy shout out that's already out there for you in the monthly manifestations too. Okay? So that being said, Geminis, that's really all I have for you guys. This is super extended for you. This is the last reading for the month. I will not be doing any readings next week. I will not see you guys until the 2nd of August. Okay, so cleanse your energy. Hopefully do that exercise that I've suggested for you guys, and then I will see you guys next time. Peace.